Good morning, and this is one of my Judson talks for our leadership team. My story I'm going to tell is about becoming a new sergeant in November of 2016. I was brand new, learning the ropes, and I was scheduled to work the midnight shift, whereas I was to be stationed. And I had a newer squad as well. Come to think of it, most of the whole group on midnights was new. The good news is I had two sergeants and a lieutenant who had been on the ship for a while and were seasoned in their approach and training to me on how to be a new sergeant. One night in particular, we had a domestic violence call come out in a neighborhood that was very active in the evening. And one of the officers, a newer officer, he had gotten on scene and he had to call out information about the alleged offender who had left the scene after harming a woman. And he had gotten on scene and he was really stressed and he was trying to get the information out while multiple people were yelling and things like that. So other officers arrived on scene. He was able to get some information out, but the guy was able to get away from the scene and we were able to at least catch him later on. So the senior sergeant on the shift was very upset with the way this officer handled it. Now, to backstory a little bit, the senior sergeant had been a police officer and a supervisor for about 25 years. He came from this old kind of way of thinking where officers get reprimanded, when things go wrong, and he was very much that evening angry. He's like, when he's coming in, I'm going to deal with him, and he's going to know it, and he's going to get written up, and all those kind of things. So my approach was a little bit different. I know that the young officer had been doing well and he had been learning and he'd not making any mistakes. He was taking all the criticism and the mentorship that's been given to him. And I told the senior sergeant, hey, can we just try to talk with him first and figure out what was going through his mind, what was he thinking, and what was happening. I was able, because I had built a rapport over the years with the senior sergeant, that he was able to calm down a little bit and we were able to sit with the young officer when he came back and go over what happened. And we were able to tell the young officer, you made mistakes and we can't have it happen again, but we're going to teach you how not to have this happen. And instead of him getting browbeat and reprimanded and feeling like he's not worth anything, we're able to tell him how much we appreciated the work he does do, but that things like this, we have to make sure we correct and make it right. So after it was all done, I was able to get some feedback later on from the senior sergeant thanking me that to keep a cool head and not to just assume that he would do this all the time or that he just made a mistake. And the younger officer, to this day, we still talk and he's doing great. And he's appreciative of the slow down, let's discuss, let's figure this out. And it's not a behavior pattern, it's just a mistake and we can work with that. So one of the leadership parts that I try to do is come in and breathe a little bit and look at the whole situation before making snap judgments out of anger and things like that. So thank you for listening. I appreciate it.